Hey guys, today it's super casual. I am going in for a trim today at 11 o'clock. It's Saturday morning. I think it's 7. Oh, actually no, it's not 7 anymore. It's like 7:30, 7:40. But I wanted to bring you guys along. I'm gonna get my hair trimmed today, and I thought it would be neat to show you guys. I wanted to give you a little background. I didn't update you guys when I cut my hair. I had a longer pixie, if you noticed from my previous videos, and I cut it to a super short pixie. Now when I went in about a week after Thanksgiving, and I went in for a Jennifer Goodwin type cut. It was super short, and I'll insert a clip or a picture now of that cut. So that cut, I wanted it to be super short. Now, initially when I walked out of the salon, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't completely in love with it. But that's okay. It's no knock on my stylist or anything like that. It's just, I just wasn't feeling it at that time. When I got home though, I started playing with it a little bit, and then I quickly fell in love with it. So the husband didn't, but I did. So anyways, the goal was to get that Jennifer Goodwin pixie cut, knowing I knew that it was probably not going to look the same because I have so much hair and it's thick. I knew it was probably not going to look as flat as hers, but I did not realize that it was going to take a lot longer to style, for me at least. I mean, 2 months later, and I'm still trying to figure out how to mess around with this hair, which is the part that I think that I have found most frustrating about it all. It's very cute, but I find that with this haircut, bedhead days are worse than with the previous cut. Number one. Number two, because it's bedhead, it's not as easy to tame in the morning. When you have longer hair, you can wet it, damp it up a little bit, put product, and then it flattens out. When it's shorter, it's not quite as easy. I feel that I have had to wash it more often than I like. So that I can style it, and then I have to blow dry it and then put product in it. So I have to go through the whole spiel, every single time I want to style it, to where before I didn't really have to do that. I could go 3-5 days without having to wash it, and I was completely okay with that. With this cut, I found that it's more maintenance. So if you've seen my 2 previous Pixie videos, then you know I want a low maintenance cut. I am not the type of person that likes spending an hour on their hair. It's just, I can't stand that. So I thought having a shorter pixie would give me, a much more lower maintenance. That's what I get. That's what I get for being greedy. I wanted even less time to mess with my hair, and yeah, that didn't happen. It turns out that it takes me longer. I don't know if it's just because of me, it takes me longer to style it. Now I find that bedhead days are really awful. This is actually really good compared to what it normally looks like. I think because I use the When leave-in conditioner, or the conditioner, and then you can use it as a leave-in conditioner. And then I put on one of my beanies, which has holes in it, so it allows, my hair to dry still while having the beanie on. But I put it on to help flatten it out, because I have so much and it's so short, but still quite, it still has some length here. Like, this is about 1.5 inches or so, 1.25 inches. It tends to get that volume. You see that it doesn't want to flatten out, and that's the biggest problem that I've had with this cut, is that it's doing that here and it's doing that over here like this. It doesn't want to flatten like right in this area. It's actually pretty flat today, still has a little bit of volume, but I don't like that. So, and I cannot get it to flatten out. I've tried blow drying, straightening it does not work for me, because the moment that I start straightening it, it just kind of peeks out this way. So it has become a hassle for me. So I have found that I'm not styling it as much, maybe just on the weekends. And most of the times I'm wearing a beanie because I don't want to bother with it. It doesn't mean I don't like the cut. At times I do like it. At times I'm not happy with it. It's taken me a little bit longer to get used to it and to style it as well. After I cut my hair, a month later, I had my husband trim my hair. He's not a hairstylist or a barber or anything like that, but he's been cutting his own hair for like 19 years. So I trust him. So he used his clippers to clean up around like all the, like the sides, the edges and stuff like that. And then he also trimmed it, he faded it up with clippers. I think he used a 2 or 3 to fade it up, and then he freestyled the rest of it. He cleaned around the ear because this was all growing out. This was pretty much covering my ear. My hair doesn't grow down, it just grows this way. If you can see it, it's like going this way. So it looked like the Wolverine status mode. And I like comic books, but you know, I'm not like trying to look like Wolverine. So he had to clean it up, and then he did the little peak right here. He cleaned up around my sideburns. The only thing with that is that once he cleaned everything up, and you know, I noticed, because he didn't trim my sideburns or anything like that, he doesn't, you know, he didn't do that. I noticed that my sideburns today, they're pretty tamed, but my sideburns come out to here, about here, with the volume. My hair grows out and then down. He just cleaned this up right here to where it gave me a little peak. He didn't trim my sideburns, so I noticed, because it was cleaned up really, really well, my sideburns were popping out. And if you can see, my sideburns have some volume. I mean, this is some volume, people. And I felt like I looked like Elvis, which I love, but I don't want his sideburns. So I've been in touch with Pat from Nothing But Bob's. They have a page on Instagram, and out of their recommendation, they said to, or he said to go ahead and trim my hair a little bit more, maybe from the lower part of it. So today when I go in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my hairstylist trim this. So I'm probably going to do a 1, 2, 3, and then have her just fade it upward. And then just fade these, or trim the sideburns to a size 3, because they're really, really long right now. I think the only thing I'm going to have her do to the top, it's pretty long right now, I would say about a little over 2 inches long. I'm going to have her trim it a little bit, but not touch my bangs at all. I don't want my bangs any shorter than what they are now. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say right now. I'm gonna go for a hike right now, and I will see you guys later. Bye.
I wanted to still keep the length. I can do that. Like blend this like in, obviously, like blend it like yeah. But maybe just because I want to try to go. That's where it becomes a different. I don't know. I want the like how are you ready?
You picked the day my arm is sore. I know you just picked the wrong day because I did weights yesterday. I did weights yesterday, so my arm's already sore.
Without taking out
Yeah.